Hey guys, so we've arrived at our last and final location. I'm just ducking down here because of the wind, and this will be our fifth and final location after a beautiful afternoon in Addo. Plenty of elephants, hartebeest, some buffalo. We had a cool meerkat sighting, which was really cool. Nice big leopard tortoise. So it was a really good way to spend an afternoon and get the spirits up. But now it's time to do our final push for Albanica. We've got about 3.5 hours of sunlight, and then we're going to do a hard road cruise tonight. It's the warmest night since we've been here, so we're feeling really positive about this fifth location. There's also been reported sightings here, so we will see what we can pop. Really hoping that we can find one, otherwise we will have to be back in October. But let's hope we can find one today. Found our first snake for the day. It's a Karoo whip snake. I ended up getting some stuff under my nail there, proper thorn. Try and catch him, but at least it's something. Look at that beautiful belly. Really stunning little snake, really fast little snake. It rocketed out under the rock. Beautiful. Last day looking for Albanica, and we've got a Karoo sand snake. Samophis natostictus. Let me say that again. Samophis natostictus. Not always easy. They're beautiful little snakes, quite common in the areas that they found in the eastern half of Eastern Cape, into the Western Cape, up into Namibia, and a bit of the Free State as well. They range from around 40 to 60 centimeters in length, and they vary a little bit in color, but this is the most common color morph that you see. They've got this orangey, creamy or yellow belly underneath, these ventral white lines that run along the sides, and then this brownish kind of creamy color that kind of changes different kind of colors as it goes along. They're diurnal species of snake, very fast moving species of snake. I think if these guys were the size of mambas, they'd probably be the fastest snakes in the world, because some of these sand snakes, man, they can move. They'll literally bolt like 20-30 meters, freeze, and then they see movement again, and then they'll do it again, and they literally cruise stop. So really fast, beautiful little snakes. They specialize on lacerids, agamas, little geckos, and then they'll occasionally take small rodents. So they're oviparous, meaning they're laying eggs at the end of summer, whereby they'll come out little carbon copies of their parents. Tiny little guys, probably like the length of this little guy's tail. But you can see they're mildly venomous snakes, meaning they've got rear grooved fangs. It's not actually fangs, it's more of a Juvenov's gland, where they excrete a specific saliva or venom protein, which they then chew into their prey items. So they are harmless to humans. I mean, I wouldn't suggest getting bitten by one and letting it chew on you. You can get anaphylaxis or a weird reaction, a little headache or something like that, and some nausea. But they're very reluctant to bite unless you really kind of you're holding them tight or aggravating the snake. But a beautiful little snake. Very cool to see them here just before the sun is setting. We've got maybe an hour or two left before sunset to find Albanica, and then we're going to do a road cruise. But amazing little find. Took me 5-10 minutes to get him, and I've got a thick thorn under my nail that's quite sore, but that comes with the territory. So let's let this little guy go. Awesome guys, always cool to find a little snake. But let's find Albanica now. So according to reports, this is where Albanica are going in to hide. And it just goes super fucking deep in there. And it goes very deep. This one looks. Gosh, there's an Albanica in there. All the signs are here, in the right place, bedrock, perfect habitat. Just after sunset, we're on the cruise, but still no albanica. Oh, no ways. And we've been looking for one. What a vibe. Hey, cutie.
Size reference is my finger.
That's a little Eastern Cape dwarf chameleon, ladies and gents. Been looking for them quite a bit, but there he is. Little tiny baby.
Do you want on this side?
Wow, it's
Check
tiny.
the size of it.
It's so small. Very cool find. Look at him opening his mouth. He's a little bit angry. Hey, little guy. Oh, you open your mouth. You're so cute. Very cool. Okay. Now let's find the albanica. Look at this, guys. Some bat-head foxes. Wow. That was next level. What a cool way to end the night. 4 bat-eared foxes, what a vibe! Morning guys, so we were meant to leave today, but last night we got back home and we were like, no, we're not gonna leave. Let's do one more day, let's do one last push. So we've got one more day of herping. We're gonna hit the same location we hit yesterday. It felt really good, and the weather's a little bit different. It's a bit more overcast but still warm, a little bit more moisture in the air. It's been a little bit of drizzle, so maybe this will bring out the Albany's. We can only hope. So I'm really crossing my fingers that we can get lucky today. It would be just unbelievable. I really don't want to leave without finding the Albany adder. So wish us luck, and hopefully we can find the elusive and one of the rarest adders in the world, which would be a real feat. So let's see what we can pop. Hey guys, so first little herp of the morning, which is a vibe. Another little tiny angular tortoise, and he's a little bit cold, so he's not cruising as fast as the other one was, but always cool to see these little critters. So we'll let him be, continue the search. It's been quite a long afternoon. We've just jumped out of the bushes after trying to grab a rest from the heat. It's almost 32 degrees now. It's absolutely baking. And this is definitely some of the hardest herping, not in terms of environment, but in terms of looking for a snake. It's really demotivating. It's really not easy. There's also not a lot of other species out here to give you those little boosts every once in a while. So I'm starting to understand why this is one of the most endangered snakes in South Africa, if not Africa, if not the world. Restricted to 50 square kilometers, and all the individuals that have been found up until recent history have been found in a 10-kilometer strip. So it's really kind of get the feel of how endangered the species is and how important it is to protect this Bonteveld that they live in and the Albany thicket they live in, the actual environment and habitat, which is also endangered due to the strip mining they're doing for limestone pavement. So it's really tough, really tough. We've still got a few hours, but the rate we've been going, I don't see us popping one really. I'm optimistic, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling positive, but jeez, it's difficult to keep the optimism up when you've got this environment to look in, this tiny little snake, and you've got these massive patches of of vegetation that you literally can't really look through. It's so dense, it's so thick, it's so thorny. Every tree and bush out here is kind of out to spike you and get you. So we're gonna make a last push, but you really understand that this animal is nearly on the verge of extinction. You know, another maybe 10-15 years of this habitat destruction and mining, and this animal could leave us forever. So really important to get conservation projects, protect the habitat, protect the species, to hopefully ensure its survival. So a couple more hours, let's make it happen. Please, come on albanica, please. So guys, just found out some pretty cool information. BioNerds arrived today, same day that we're leaving. Would have been cool to link up, but BioNerds are doing some incredible work in the Herpetology Society, specifically now with the Albany adder. They're working alongside Endangered Wildlife Trust to assess the environment and habitat, speak to neighboring farmers and property owners about the plight of albanica, and trying to protect as much of the habitats as possible, and to actually get a good number and idea on what the population health is, etc., etc. So I wish them all the best. If you'd like to follow them, please do. BioNerds on their Instagram and Facebook page. They've got some really amazing work, and hopefully they succeed where we didn't, or at least we haven't yet. You never know. You know, you can always pop a snake in the last 20 minutes just before you leave, but yeah, I wish them all the best and all the luck, and we've got still maybe an hour or two left, and then we're gonna make our way out of here. We've got a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. We're gonna go past Knysna tomorrow, and we're gonna visit the Knysna Dwarf Chameleon Community and Sanctuary, and that'll be a cool little segment to be able to show you guys Knysna Dwarf Chameleons and the amazing work being done there to conserve them. So last good push. Let's hope we can pop one just before sunset. And come on, please, 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 please. Wow, what a trip. Many hours walked, 12-hour days, many rocks flipped, many bushes searched, blah, 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 blah. The Albany adder has eluded us, and for a good reason. It's highly endangered, very difficult habitat, and very little information on where to find it. But I don't want to be that documentarian that makes you guys watch a whole video and then we don't find the animal. So we're going to revisit this in October. I'm going to hold off on the edit, come back in October and give this a second chance so I can get to show you guys this incredibly rare and endangered species that I myself would love to see. So we'll have to wait until October. It's a little bit of a sad moment, but we really tried our best. We've got a good lay of the land, and I've got a really good feeling about October. So I'll see you then. Look at that, guys. That's the second snare we've just pulled out, and this is going to be the third one. Check, they attach it to a branch here. That a small animal like that, that's really low, so that must be a really small animal. Darker scrub hair, I don't know what they would be catching here, but that's really low. That's for a smallish animal that wouldn't be able to drag this off. And this is toxic stuff. Super flexible, strong wire that slips easy on these slip knots. Okay, so the animal will come past, sluts it, and then it can't go anywhere. It's terrible. Probably die over a period of days, and if they don't come check the trap, if let's say they set the trap, let's say yesterday, and the animal comes then that night, they're not going to come check it probably for a couple of days. The animal will suffer. It's a horrible death. It's really horrible. I'd rather come out here with a bow and arrow and actually go one-on-one with the animal. Don't be a coward. Let's go. Oh, by the way, guys, we decided not to leave because we literally got home after you saw the video that I was going to come revisit in October, and we got home, ate dinner, had a shower, trips over, ready to go home, and then we saw BioNerds post a photo of an Albany adder the same day they arrived. So well done, BioNerds. Go check them out on social media. They're doing amazing work in conservation, but that really gave us the push to come give it a bash again. So we did a bit of road cruising last night. We weren't lucky, and we stayed one more day, rested the whole day today. So feet are ready, back are ready, mind's ready, and we're gonna try one more time. So come on, Albany adder, Bitisalbanica, rarest snake in Southern Africa, if not Africa. We're gonna make it happen. I've got a good feeling about this. Let's go. Guys, not even 5 meters past the one we just took away. Not even 5 meters. And there's another one. Makes my blood boil. That's now the 4th animal we've potentially saved, guys. We need more patrols out here. We should actually report this. Well, guys, so it didn't stop there. We continued walking. We did maybe what, 300-400 meters, and I've got 3 snares in my bag. I've got 2 snares here. My buddy's got about what, 4 or 5 there. Another 3. So, and that's one game path. 400-500 meters of one game path, and there's literally little paths that cross over all the time. So we're gonna definitely go tip off the police, NatCon here. Hopefully they can patrol this area and remove the snares and find who's trapping these animals, because yeah, this is no bueno. This is not good at all. In already a sensitive habitat, and these guys are trapping and snaring animals. Makes my blood boil. I'm stoked we haven't found a dead animal in a snare yet, because that would be a pretty grim scene. So hopefully we won't find any more. Let's hopefully change up the energy a little bit and find an albanica. Jeez. Hey guys, so it's been a long and arduous journey. It was meant to be 4 days, turned into 5, turned into 6. And still no Albany adder. We managed walking along this fence line. We ended up removing almost 11 snares, which was a really good feeling, but sad to be thinking that people are out here poaching the animals, the wildlife that is out here. And then we ended up walking around along this road. It's really good habitat along the fence line. We know people and reports that they've been seen here. So we really kind of had a snake tingle going that we were going to get lucky tonight, and we didn't. We haven't found an Albany adder, but we have found something else that's really, really cool. Here we have a Cape wolf snake. Absolutely stunning little animal, semi-fossorial, and these tiny little beady eyes, and they've got this little bit of speckling on the front of their face. They do change quite a lot from locality to locality. I know in KwaZulu-Natal they're a little bit darker, almost a grayish color. This one's a little bit more browny. But really cool to find. This is a lifer species for me. So I'm very excited to be able to do a video for you guys in the morning. I'm absolutely knackered though. Back is sore, feet are sore. And yeah, I'm just gonna do the video in the morning. This guy's kind of given us a little bit of hope. So in the morning, whilst I'm shooting the video and getting some B-roll of this guy, my herp buddy is going to cruise around along this road here, and hopefully our last chance will be tomorrow morning to see if we can find an Albany adder. Hey guys, so the plan changed a little bit. Last night after we found the wolf snake, the plan was to wake up nice and early, head to the same location we found the wolf snake, which was primo albanica habitat, and we only ended up getting to bed super late, and to wake up at 6 a.m. film the snakes, look for albanica, and then still drive 9 hours was a little bit ambitious. So at 6 a.m. we did wake up, but we both looked at each other and said, So we had a good sleep in, and then I cruised around this afternoon, got some nice B-roll and signs and kind of some drone shots of the area. So that's all done and out the way, and then we rested for the afternoon, and now we've come back to the location to release the wolf snake and do a nice little episode on that guy, which I'm super excited about. We're almost actually at the location we found him, so I'll be setting up for that pretty soon. But on our way there right now, we just spotted some tracks and they look pretty fresh. The snake seems to have come out the bushes here behind me, and it's come along the side of the road here. It literally goes along there, goes up onto the road, and then bends back down into the bushes. So we're going to give it a good bash and walk around in this area, see if we can't find it. But this is very, very positive sign. Hopefully our perseverance is going to pay off. So now the question is, was this the start point or the end point? So here we go, guys. Here's Bitisalbanica, the Albany adder. Wow, wow, wee, wow. This is still a tiny little one. Can't be more than a year old. Wow, wow, wow. One of the most rare and endangered snakes in the world. Potentially, we don't know. There's no estimates or numbers. There's none of that. All we know that there's very few that have ever been found. So it's episode time. Wow, wow, wow. I was literally just busy working with the with the wolf snake, getting some B-roll, about to release it, and her buddy just found this little gorgeous girl. We're gonna name her Jane. Jane Goodall. Hopefully we find a little boy too to show you guys, and his name will be Steve, for Steve Owen. Wow, guys, just absolutely spectacular to be able to find a snake like this after six and a half days of walking around in the veld. Not easy to find these guys, but we were lucky enough that it's sitting here where it is a little bit more exposed, because if it's in this thicket here, no chance you're gonna see it. Absolutely amazing. I'm awestruck. Hey guys, so obviously it happens that way. I'm busy filming the wolf snake, and the plan was to release the wolf snake. It's just sunset now. We maybe had another hour. That was our plan, because we've literally had 3-4 hours of sleep last night. We wanted to come release the wolf snake at the same place. I was literally filming it in situ, or not in situ, but filming it in habitat, and I get a message on my phone. Click! I'm like, no ways. Snake in hand, phone, gimbal, all of it. Not even 500 meters down the road. Little baby albanica! So, you're right place, right time. Thank you, wolf snake, because if we hadn't found this guy, we wouldn't have come back here to release this guy to find the albanica. World works in mysterious ways. So I'm literally over the moon. I'm skyrocketing past cloud9, past the stars, past the moon. So it's time to release the snake now. And it's gonna be, let's go look for a nice big one. I'd love to see another nice big one. It would be great to show you guys. Our plan was to duck in bed early. I think that's still gonna be the plan, so that we can film the snake in the morning. And yeah, so I'm gonna release this guy. We'll look a little bit more, and then we'll wake up bright and early, 6 o'clock, do a video on albanica, come back to the same location, do the video, do the release. And whilst I'm doing the video, I'm gonna chance my luck that I'm gonna get her buddy to go cruise around whilst I'm doing my video, because there's quite a lot of information about albanica, which is awesome. We've got a lot to teach you guys, or a lot to tell you guys about this amazingly rare species of snake. So I'm very excited. I literally, like 6 days, 6.5, nearly 7 days of perseverance has literally paid off, and it's literally led like little tiny moments. We nearly left 2 days ago, we didn't. We nearly left last night, we didn't because of this guy. And here we are with albanica. Woo! I can't believe it. Yeah, what a vibe, guys. So no further ado, let's let this beautiful little wolf snake go. Sorry, I don't mean to be demeaning to you, Wolfie, but we didn't come here for you. So here we go, guys. Let's put him back. And off he goes. And check how they do like a spazzy movement when you touch them. Check him go. Oh, that's so cool. It's pretty cool to see that these guys are climbing like they are. Thought they were very, very terrestrial, almost like solely terrestrial. But we did see some lacerids and sand lizards. Because this area is semi-arid, there's not a lot of water, and during the evenings, early evenings, a lot of fog and mist comes through, and the outside areas, the branches and some of the rocks will actually get really moist. And we found a sand lizard actually sitting up on top, same as the toki beetles do. They kind of lift their bums a little bit, and then the dew will condense on their bums and it'll run down to their mouth. So I think the lizards and snakes might be doing the same thing, and the snakes will know that the lizards are doing that, and it'll go up, find a sleeping lizard that's trying to get a little bit of moisture, and zap, there comes dinner time. You can see how he's calmed down now. He's just watching me. He feels comfortable. So that's a really cool moment. Really cool to see some natural behavior. It's not easy to document reptilian natural behavior, just slithering and moving around. So really stoked about this. There we got some toki love going on. And these guys tend to tap the floor to attract mates, and then they tap each other. So we haven't even walked another 100, 200 meters, and we've just come across another track. At first we thought it was 100% albanica, but it very well could be wolf snake. Very well, I mean, it's pushed the rocks quite a bit aside, so wolf snakes would be a little bit more forceful than an albanica, which might actually crawl over the substrate as opposed to more through it. You can see that track just running there. All the signs are here that we're 100% in the right place. Wow, guys, it's been a night of nights, I'll tell you that much. The way things have unfolded, finding the wolf snake last night, coming back here to film and release the wolf snake again, and then mid-wolf snake episode, Snake Buddy finds albanica number 1, miracle number 1, lotto number 1. And then we thought, you know what, let's keep at it, see if we can find another one. And we're literally on our way back to the car now, and I've literally just walked just off the road here, so a little bit different than the first one we found. And this guy's literally sitting by this tuft of grass, and here we have albanica number 2. Can you believe it? Hey, where are you going, little noodle? Come back here. Wow, it's just too good to be true. A tiny little Albany adder. It can't be older than a year. It's maybe a year old. It seems too small to be from December, because these guys are generally breeding in end of winter, early spring. Again, we're not entirely sure, but this is definitely a little tiny juvenile, and it looks like from the short little tail that it's a little girl. Wow. The tiny, the rare, the endangered Albany adder number 2. It's like winning the lotto twice in one night, guys. I literally can't believe it. I mean, we should have left 2 days ago. We were ready to leave 2 days ago. So fate has it that we we were meant to find these little guys. Tomorrow morning we'll come back here, do an episode on these guys, release them at the same location that they were found, and then we'll be on our way, and that will conclude one of the most incredible trips of my life in terms of a herpetological sense. In Ornata and Albanica in one trip. Well, hopefully maybe tomorrow when we come back, because we haven't done any early morning herping, which was our plan to do tomorrow morning. So maybe coming back here early, we're going to come back at around 6 a.m. and maybe we can find another one basking in the morning sunlight, because these guys in the evening we found them now, but for the same stance, they'll wake up in the morning. If this guy gets a nice meal in tonight, they'll wake up early morning as soon as the sun rays come out to be able to digest that meal. So there's a good chance. Well, I mean, what are the chances of winning the lotto 3 times in 24 hours? But you never know. Hey, it happened, just happened right now. 2 lottos in one night, and it's just too incredible. Good morning, guys. So wow, what a great sleep after finding 2 albanica last night. I'm sure anyone would sleep very restfully and peacefully. So we've arrived back at our location this morning. It's amazing how beautifully misty it is. The sun's just come up and it's time to set up to film the albanica. I'm very excited about this episode. So I'm going to get all set up, find a beautiful little location. We're literally a couple hundred meters away from where we found them last night. So very excited to show you guys this amazing species of snake. And then once I'm finished filming them, we've got a long 9-hour drive back to Cape Town. So I've got to get started, but stay tuned because it's going to get awesome. Hey guys, so we're all set up and ready to go. Just waiting for a little bit more light and for it to warm up a little bit. It's still quite chilly. It's around 16-17 degrees, so it's not cold, but the first rays of sunlight are literally busy touching the edges of the bushes and whatnot. So I'm going to give it a chance, and we're going to have a little look around for maybe half an hour, 40 minutes. There's a little road that runs just adjacent here, and that's on the east facing, so that's getting a full sunshine now this morning as opposed to here in the deeper vegetation. So maybe there's going to be one more little Albany adder chilling on the road just here. So let's go see if we can have a look, and then we're going to jump straight into the episode. It's amazing how much moisture this arid landscape actually gets. You know, you think it's super dry in the day here, it's cooking, it's bone dry on the floor, but now early mornings there's literally little dew droplets everywhere on the bushes, on the shrubs, on some of the rocks. So you can see where the animals that are living here are getting their morning moisture. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the creatures are coming out early morning to come get the moisture they need for the day. Very cool. It's a freshly used burrow. Something going in and out of there. From the tracks, it looks like a spring hare. We've seen lots of spring hare out here at night, around 10-11 o'clock, jumping around the side of the roads. So this is definitely a spring hare here. Very cool. Nothing here. Hey guys, what are the chances plans go exactly according to plan? It's incredible. Perseverance, perseverance, perseverance is key. The sun is literally just popping through now. Been walking around for maybe 40 minutes. I was literally on my way back to the car to start the episode with the other two albanica. And we found a third one. Look at him. He's sitting at the base of this bush, getting some morning sunlight. And my heart is literally pounding out my chest. This is the largest individual we found. I can't tell yet. It's a male. I can just see his tail. Actually looks like a little male. God, he's beautiful. Wow. Look at him tongue flicking. He knows I'm here now. But he hasn't moved. And that is just incredible. Wow, guys. Yo, look at that sunshine coming through. Bitisalbanica. The Albany ad. Oh, good morning, sir. Oh, easy, tiger. You're okay. No stress. Relax. It's okay. And I've already got a name for him. I like to think that I'd find them and I give them a name and kind of visualize and manifest. So this little guy here will be David, after one of my biggest role models and idols in the world, Mr. David Attenborough. Wow, guys. I'm literally shaking. Oh, hello, buddy. It's okay, relax. Wow. Okay. 3 Albany adders in the space of 24 hours. 12 hours. Sorry, I found them last night and it's the morning. And you see how beautifully, boldly patterned he is. And the sun's out on my face and I'm warming up slowly here, as I'm sure he is. Oh, he's really not happy with me. And when I stop moving, he actually completely calms down. He stopped huffing and puffing. What an incredible moment, guys. Wow. I'm gonna get him a little bag and then shoot the episode. I've taken a geo mark of exactly where I am, and we'll come pop him exactly where he was, and he can continue his morning sunbathing. Hey guys, so we're done with the video. What an amazing experience, but I'm really running pressed for time now. We need to get back to Cape Town. It's almost 2 p.m. We're going to be arriving at 11 p.m. It's far too late. So I'm going to do a quick release of these 3 amazing snakes. They're literally spread about 500 meters in each way, 500 that way, 500 that way. This is where we found the big boy. So here we go. First one to go back home. There he goes. There you go, buddy. Okay, awesome. That's number 1. Let's move on for the second one. This is just a couple meters. I'm just popping a little bit off the road. And I'm gonna put it in here in some gnarled roots. It's not too hot right now, and she should be fine. Off you go, little girl. There we go. Cool, that's number 2. Last one to go. So we've released Maleficent, we've released Steve, And here goes Jane. This is some nice gnarled roots here as well. Nice little bush for her to chill in. Oh, there she goes. Jeez, she is tiny, hey? My goodness. Little danger noodle. That's super cool. And they climb a lot, hey? They actually tend to go upwards. It's actually amazing. Amazing, guys. 3 captures, 3 release, animals back in the wild. Amazing feeling. Hopefully we'll be able to come back one day and see these guys all grown up. So, time to head to Cape Town. Hey guys, so that was an absolute trip of a lifetime. We set out to find the Plain Mountain adder, Bitis and the Albany adder, Bitisalbanica, and we succeeded on both our target species. 6 animals in total, an awesome rock monitor, and just an amazing experience overall to herp a new habitat. Check out the Sneeuwberg, check out Addo, and see these beautiful habitats and these animals in their natural setting. We are on our way back to Cape Town. It's still quite a drive, it's super misty and rainy, but that's a wrap on this episode and a wrap on this video. I hope you enjoyed watching. Please stay tuned for my next adventure, and we'll catch you soon. Remember to stand for what we stand on.